So what's the story behind this model?
Oh, this is a great. Her hair is beautiful already. Most of her hair is natural. What she does normally, she puts some like little something during the summertime to make her hair looks lighter herself. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give her that kind of really surfy, I would say beachy feeling to the hair. So what I'm doing, I'm isolating the top section where her natural parting is. Then from there, I'm gonna take this is the hairline, as you can see, from the center to the high recession. That area here, I'm gonna take this out of the way. Same thing here, I'm gonna take where the high recession is, right here. Okay, I'm just gonna work with a very, very classic weaving. I'm gonna make this more lighter, a little more blonder, so she can have more light. So when she opens, she'll be more blonde on the face area, but maintain the natural hair on the top.
Cool.
Perfect. But then from there also, I'm gonna make it like more like as if she's really been a long time on the bead side. I'm gonna work with the slicing technique. I'm gonna lift everything mid-length, make it more beachy.
Sounds
again,
good.
more surfier again.
This is a beachy look.
Yeah. California. Yeah, I'm gonna isolate this area here. Because she already had the element, but I'm gonna make it really more stronger a little bit. And I'm sure she's gonna love it.
Definitely.
I'm keeping everything quite elegant, but giving that kind of element of attitude with it. I'm not making it to like they've been to the hairdresser. I mean, they've been, but it's been a long time. But you can see the color is still beautiful. Okay. I'm adding really the element, like the color's been there. But then from there, what I'll be doing here, as you can see, just gonna. I know what I will do actually. So there's no color on your hair apart from. There's no color on your hair apart from. Okay. Do me a favor. Can I have the 100/27? So now I'm going to use a high lift tint to make this more lighter.
Okay.
Okay. And here I'm going to be using True Light, make it more blonder. It's going to be like more like a, most of the kids when they're baby, they have the front part very, very, very blonde.
Yeah.
The baby. So I want to give her the baby look in front, and here more like selfie.
Okay.
So you see this kind of element, because many women, they say when I was a kid, when I was younger, my hair used to be blonde. I'm gonna give her that feeling back again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Very cool.
So I'm gonna divide the hair again in 4 sections, like a radial to radial, and then from the back I'm gonna start tell her a little bit, just creating like a. This one's gonna be like a profile section. The reason I'm doing that is to make sure I work every section is quite clean, so I can control and see what I'm doing. And then if I want to check it, I know where I start, so I have a guide. And so having section when you're walking is really good, so you can control. Maybe some area might be ready.
Yeah.
So what happens? So you know where you start. You can rinse it. And I'm gonna be always starting from the back. The reason I'm gonna start from the back now, in case I want to rinse it first. Okay. So there's always a thought behind it to make everything easy.
Yeah.
Foundation, as you can see, very, very simple. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing here is like, this is going to remain the same, but it's going to be more lighter. Okay. But what happened? Even though I'm using one color, you can always with one color create different kind of tones in the hair. It depends how much you deposit. And it's like I always approach last when you're thirsty. I make you run your thirst, It depends how much water I gave you, I remove your thirst, no? Same thing with color, how much I'm going to put, how much I'm going to get lift. So that's what I'm doing here. So what I want to be doing is just hold it. So in some of this hair, on some of the section we're working on, you're going to see I'm going to put a lot of product, and some of them I'm just going to put less. So I'm going to have different dimension of lifting by using one color. Because the amount you're putting on the hair that change. So because some I won't put much, it will lift and it will just stay, there won't be enough to make it go lighter. Some, I'll put a lot, it will go lighter. So when you look at it, you have that like two-dimensional kind of reflection of lightness. You think it's 2 color, but just 1 color. All these things. So that's mean instead of me using 2 color, I can use 1. I save, but then I'm creating something cool or fashion. And clients love this. Okay, so I want to put more here. Then I can make sure I deposit a lot here. And I'm just gonna smudge it so there's no straight line. Because if I work like this, I create a straight line. This one, just graduate by working with a smudging or fading technique, whatever you want to call it. Second section like this again, you can see. And also, as I'm be walking, you're gonna see as I go up, when I'm low, I'll be walking very high. As I go up, when I'm walking the length, I walk very low. As I go up, I'll try and go up myself. She's gonna have a haircut. If I keep on too much low, they're gonna cut everything, so I have to think how much is being cut and how high I go. Okay, these are very, very important. So.
You have to think ahead of time.
Yeah, and also one thing is important, the section on the top, as you can see. Okay, it's called like, I would call it like it's a very, there's no definition really. Okay, so if I look at it, it's like a rectangle, but put slightly asymmetric depending where the parting is. Okay, so I put it on one side where following the natural parting. Then from there, I must understand how much should be cut. The shorter, I'll make this larger. The longer, I'll make it smaller. Perfect. Always. Because what happens, if the layers is very long, it's going to cover all my color. So I make sure I make it smaller. And if it's very short, I make it too small, it's going to be like a pop hat. So I make sure I make it larger so it blends better. This little secret is very, very important when you're doing colors. But I mean, all these things also it's good because you better have a great consultation with the stylist cutting. And also, if you're cutting, understanding how much you're going to cut. That's why you see me putting shapes everywhere. That what happen if I put a shape, it's like having a plan or a map to understand the end result. So every area has special information or details around it. That's why section is very, very, very important when you're doing even a haircut or color.
What kind of formula are you using? Are you using 40 volume developer?
I'm using a TG Ultra Lift 100/27, which is a high lift tint. I'm using it with 40 volume, yes. I want to make it very, very kind of blunt but beautiful. The reason I'm using a 2.7 because you have the element of violet and ash. So what's going to happen is going to neutralize the natural warmth in the hair. So I want to make it that kind of. For me, the way I'm seeing is going to be like really like a biscuit tone, like a light biscuit tone. I want to say it, that kind of tone. It's going to be rich, but it's going to be not too warm, but just sit there. It's beautiful. Similar as your hair, but better. Just joking. I have to tell her that, alright, so she'll be happy. I can see it's marketing, yeah? That.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm always combing the hair also, as you can see. Okay, this one, I'm going to go a little more higher now. So wherever I put higher, the first thing I do is where I know it is. The next one, I have a target, so I know where I'm going, okay? Then from there, I will spend most of my time, before I even smudge, I make sure I put product well here first, you see. Also work like that, make sure the product gets penetrate. Right into your, I'd rather take less. Okay, then from there what I will do, you will see me, then I will just smudging it.
Feather it up there.
Yeah, perfect. And also you see my movement, I'm not moving my whole hand, but only that movement. That's very important because if you do that, what happens, you put in pressure. But by doing like that, there's no pressure, it's just a brush. It's just a brush string it off, you see. It's like really, when you think about it, it's like painting on canvas, when you're fading and drawing, the same thing. The hair is your canvas at that situation now. Okay, if you want to see here, for example, now I want to walk on the hairline in front, this area, I'm going to leave this natural now.
Okay.
I want how when she pull her hair back, always her hair looks natural. And also since I'm doing the top part blonde, so it's going to be a little more contrast, more natural and more blonder when she pull it. She can have all this blonde and it more darker. You get me? Yeah? That's just the idea with it.
Sounds good.
You see, it's quite classic, but it's the thought behind it. How she's going to wear her hair after also. When she pull it back, what's going to happen. It's like really, I'm thinking of when she go home once, you know. I think one great thing when I work with clients, when I ask them this question like how they push their hair back, where their parting is, every how long they want to come and see me, you create that kind of relationship with them, then he cares about me and he want to know it. Again, because I want to make sure she doesn't get mad, she's happy. When she leaves the salon and when she get home, after a month I want her to be happy also. That's the main idea. That's what you build confidence, how do you say that? You build a confidence with her. So next time if I want to do something that's more stronger, she will trust me. Because she know I will make sure she looks good.
Yeah. So you're doing the front part with a different color?
Yeah, I'm just using True Light now, lightning powder. I'm using some very, very, very nice, as I said, I wanted to make it like it's a baby baby blonde,
Baby
really.
blonde.
Yeah. Just on the front part. You see it? So you can something with some very, very thin slice. Make some very natural weaving, as you can see. You see very, very natural weaving. So natural that you wouldn't see, you wouldn't know if it's highlights. You look at it's her hair.